Hi, welcome back to part 2 of this puzzle box making how-to. The brass catches are placed into position and then the lid is closed to set the height. They're then removed carefully and a little bit of hot glue applied just to hold it in position while the holes are drilled. This is the brass pin that will form part of the locking mechanism. The lock is then taken apart and all the moving parts are sanded to give a nice smooth finish. That includes the holes, which need to be nice and smooth as well so that the pin drops in and out easily. The locks are then reassembled with the brass pin in place. A little bit of blue tack is applied to help hold it in the correct position. That's what it's called in the UK anyway. Other places may be called putty. The locks are placed back in position and then a little dab of epoxy glue is applied to the top of the brackets to glue them in position in the lid. Once the glue is set, the box can be opened. And the blue tack removed and the brackets can be screwed into position. The slot for the bracket is now opened up, both in the cover and in the lock itself. The box is pretty much finished now. All that's left is just to cut the runes on the dials on the CNC. These could be painted by hand if you don't have CNC. After sanding, the box is stained using, in this case, an old spirit stain that I found in the garage. I think these days the stains are water-based and they're not quite as good. This one is Peruvian mahogany, which I think gives it a nice antique colour. Once that's applied all over, it's allowed to dry, and then the excess is rubbed off with a dry cloth. On top of this, I apply a coat of button polish, which is a shellac-based lacquer. And yes, I am wearing rubber gloves now. My hands haven't suddenly gotten really wrinkly. The beauty of this kind of varnish is that it dries really quickly, and so within a few minutes you can give it a light rub down with some 1200 grit wet and dry paper. And finally a coat of wax is applied with a soft cloth and buffed up to a nice sheen. I decided to line the box with some sticky backed flock paper, which I've not used before, so it's a bit of a challenge, but it came out okay. And now the fun part, the whole thing is reassembled. In case you're wondering, it took me about 4 attempts to do this first time. And there it is finished. So to unlock the box, the dials are turned to the correct runes, which in this case is similar to my initials. I did that so I wouldn't forget them. And the box is tipped from side to side to release the brackets from the pins. Well, that's it. I hope this video has given you some inspiration, and if you've enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe. See you in the next one.